A lot of Pokemon are now viable thanks to the ban list in Regulation H, and we're going to be trying out some underused Pokemon we haven't seen too much of this generation, with the Hisuian Samurott and the Salazzle with Dragon Cheer as a new tech in this generation. We're going to be trying out this team and seeing how well it can perform. This is a Dragon Cheer Salazzle team that got top 16 in one of the bigger online tournaments. We have the Salazzle with the Hydreigon, and mostly focused around this Hydreigon because in Regulation A, we saw this set with Focus Energy Hydreigon. It was mainly a counter to Dondozo. You could go for really strong Draco Meteors and not care about your special attack dropping because you would be guaranteed the critical hits. And the same concept applies here, except you don't have Focus Energy because you actually have Dragon Cheer, a move that was released in the DLC that gives a +2 crit ratio to a Dragon type ally, which is really nice paired with this Salazzle here. This Hydreigon now is able to run another coverage move, and because the Clefable is one of the most common Pokemon in the format currently, we have the Terra Blast with Terra Poison to eliminate the Clefable if necessary, and then Draco Meteors and Dark Pulses are really hurtful, especially when there is no safe switch-in. So that is the idea with that Razor Claw and the +2 on this Hydreigon, able to do a lot. The Terra Poison, Terra Blast is great defensively and offensively against fairy types. The Salazzle with the Oblivious ability, because Corrosion is useless on this set that we have here. Oblivious can at least prevent Salazzle from getting taunted, which is nice. And has the Focus Sash because Salazzle's a frail Pokemon. It's really great though because it is one of the faster Pokemon in the format. It's a base 117 speed stat, so it outspeeds a majority of the format, including Mousehold, which is really great. Its coverage is amazing with Flamethrower and Sludge Bomb. Fake out support is always nice. And then the Dragon Cheer for that crit ratio onto Hydreigon. You can also go for it into your allies as well. We don't have any Terra Dragons on this team, but it will still be a +1 high crit ratio. And you still have Samurott that can potentially get a high chance for a critical hit with that Dragon Cheer. The Terra Ghost to prevent it from getting hit by extreme speeds and fake outs. The Covert Cloak Whimsicott, this one is supposed to be support for the speed control with Hydreigon, which is nice. Helps it to outspeed Dondozo, for instance, which is great. That Terrafire as a defensive Terra. The Covert Cloak is a bulky Whimsicott. The Moonblast, Tailwind, the standard Whimsicott with Encore Protect, all great moves that are supportive and can dish out a good amount of chip with the Moonblast. The Clefable is nice because this one is to support the Hydreigon to protect it after you really just want to keep going for strong attacks with the Hydreigon usually. And Clefable, just a great pairing, helps against other Hydreigons that you can switch into, redirect those attacks, which is great. The Thunder Wave can help with speed control again for the Hydreigon, so it can outspeed and just make sure it can dish out as much damage as possible. Dazzling Gleam for spread damage. Unaware is just good against like Swords Dance King Gambit, Dondozo, and a lot of other Pokemon. Especially it's nice because there's no Intimidate on this team, so pretty much just any stat boosting moves you don't have to worry about. A Citrus Berry for the recovery, and Terra Grass to help redirect Amoonguss Spores if necessary. The Samurott with the Sharpness ability, able to do a lot of damage with the Ceaseless Edge and the Aqua Cutter. These are interesting moves. Ceaseless Edge, of course, is a dark type move. It's a bit weak on the power side and can miss, but it does have the secondary effect of setting up spikes, which can be really useful for breaking Focus Sashes. And then the Aqua Cutter, which is a strong water type move, also boosted by Sharpness and has a high crit ratio. So you can go for Dragon Cheer with Salazzle, and then with the high crit ratio on Aqua Cutter, it's not guaranteed crit, but it's still a very high chance you can get that critical hit. Aqua Jet for the priority, and Sacred Sword for the coverage against King Gambit, some Arcalodons. It's really nice. And Assault Vest allows Samurott to take the attacks pretty well, especially like Golden Go, for instance, which the team can struggle a bit in switching in. Then you have this Golden Go with the Choice Scarf to help clear some paths for the Hydreigon, just for an outspeed tech, especially against like faster threats like Mousehold and more. With that Terra Steel, Make It Rain, able to do a lot of damage, defendable for coverage, and then Trick as a way to disrupt your opponent. If you would like to check out the details of the team and the creator, they'll be linked in the description down below. Glamora, Rillaboom, King Gambit, Gyarados, Volcarona, Farigiraf. Alright, so how do I want to perform against this team? Glim is a bit of a threat. They have some slow mons though. I really do like Salazzle a lot here. Salazzle Hydreigon can blow up the team. And I mean blow up the team. So I like it a lot. I think next to Samurott, which is pretty good. Last Pokemon is questionable. I don't know if I'm going Gold or I'm going Clefable. Clefable is nice. Redirection plus the Unaware is great. And I think it's probably when I want to go. Especially against like a Swords Dance King Gambit, a Dragon Dance Gyarados possibility. Yeah, I think it's probably the best option. Gold is nice because Make It Rain's great, but otherwise it doesn't really do too much. So I think the opener is just go for a Dragon Cheer, try to blow something up. Like that is going to be opener. If it's King Gambit, they have to be scared of fire moves, right? From Salazzle, like Flamethrower Draco Meteor would knock out the King Gambit, I think, in and out of Terra, as long as it's not a Solvest King Gambit. It could be a Solvest King Gambit with their team, though. Let's find out. I think that's going to be a huge question mark. Gonna be Glimmora Gyarados. Okay, I like this. Versus Salazzle Hydreigon. So I'm a huge fan of just clicking. I don't KO Gyarados in one shot, which is the problem. I do want a Dragon Cheer with Hydreigon. They can get a Thunder Wave off if they have Thunder Wave, which is kind of annoying. I kind of want to just go for the KO and the Glimmora, though. If I KO the Glimmora, that's a really, really good start. I don't have to worry about Toxic Spikes. Gyarados, not sure if it really can break through some of my stuff. Like the... I think having the Samurott's pretty good against it. Alright, no Spiky Shields, no Protects, which is not surprising because if I fake out the Glimmora, then the Toxic Spikes would go up. So I think they were okay with that risk. I do land a Draco Meteor after the Dragon Cheer, so goodbye Glimmora. Nice. Beautiful knockout. Beautiful turn 1 knockout. Alright. Glimmora gone is a great thing. What are they doing with Gyarados? Oh, they just straight up Waterfall, which is also fine for me. Alright. So I traded my Salazzle's Focus Sash for the Glimmora knockout. I'd say that's a pretty good trade. We'll find out what's coming in. King Gambit could come out. I don't mind King Gambit. I have Sacred Sword on my Hisuian Samurott waiting in the back. Rillaboom going to come out, which is not too surprising. Terra-wise, I'm not sure what I want to go for. The thing is, you have... They were Intimidate, right? Yeah, they were Intimidate. You can only fake out the Hydreigon, or you can fake out the Salazzle. Or Grassy Glide to Salazzle, I guess. I want to save Salazzle in the back. Doesn't really do much, I think, if I save Salazzle in the back. Sure, I have fake out. Maybe I have a switch, but Clefable taking damage is, like, not the greatest. I think I'm just going to attempt to Sludge Bomb the Rillaboom, and I think I'm just going to fire off another Draco Meteor into the Rillaboom. I don't want to use my Terra if I don't have to. They do go for the fake out on Hydreigon, which is nice. So I do get a free Sludge Bomb in the Rillaboom to put in range of a Dark Pulse or a Draco Meteor. Poison on Rillaboom's nice. Okay. So yeah, I think I could just afford to play aggressive there. They go for Waterfall into the Salazzle. Yeah. So I felt like I got a pretty good trade-off there. Like the damage that Salazzle did with the Dragon Cheer, I think I'll gladly take that. And now I can probably just go out into Clefable. I can click Dark Pulse and I can click Thunder Wave, Dazzling Gleam, or Follow Me. I probably want to click Thunder Wave. They might click Taunt, which is fine. Nothing switches into the Dark Pulse or the Draco, but I don't want to risk Draco if I don't have to. I might just Dazzle here because the chip damage is still pretty nice. Even if it's like a King Gambit switching in, I think it's pretty good. So they stay in, which is nice because I get the KO into the Rillaboom. Guaranteed crit there. Beautiful. They do Thunder Wave, so I could have followed me here. Hopefully this doesn't punish me too much in the late parts of the game, but it's acceptable here. Here comes Dazzle. Get a crit on the non-scope lens mon, sure. Looks like Salazzle's cheering in the back. Hydreigon gonna come in, or Volcarona gonna come in. All right. Do they have taunt? Because I'm gonna punish them if they don't. I'm just clicking attacks into the Volcarona with Draco and Thunder Wave. They go for Heat Wave, so they're just going for damage. Hydreigon avoids. They go for Waterfall because damage plus Flitch chance. Heat Wave wasn't KOing. We do land a Draco Meteor, which is absolutely insane. And we actually one-shot the Volk, which I wasn't sure because Volk has good death, but goodbye Volcarona. And a Thunder Wave into the Gyarados. Yeah, now we should have the game. I would say nearly almost 100% sealed. I mean, like what? There's a few things that could go wrong always because they have Thunder Wave, but they need a lot to go right, and I just don't think they're going to get that opportunity. So just Dark Pulse for consistent damage, Dazzling Gleam here. Battle's going to be forfeited. Beautiful. Beautiful. Power Dragon Cheer, just break through a team, especially if they can't pick up knockouts themselves quickly enough. And they gave me those opportunities. I got the damages I needed. Hydreigon just got monstrous KOs. It's absolutely insane if like they didn't have anything that outsped, which they didn't bring in this game. And they Thunder Waved a little bit too late. Dragapult, Entity, Sneasler, the Armarouge, Primarina, and Whimsicott. Oh boy. I have a feeling that this is... Is this Trick Room, Armarouge, or Weakness Policy stuff? We can prevent it with Follow Me. We do have Follow Me on the Clefable, which is nice. Dealing with the Sneasler though is not easy. We don't have the best damage out. We don't have the best damage output against it. I think Clefable Samurott's pretty safe. I do want to bring Gold because it's like one of my few answers to Sneasler. And Salazzle to help out against the Primarina as a backup. Because I probably will be using my Terra in the matchup. Hydreigon's not bad. It's good into the Entity Armarouge, but I don't think that's the problem because I do have also my Samurott that's really good in that matchup, and that's why I'm bringing it. It's also good into like Dragapult, especially next to the Clef. We'll find out what they lead because I have no idea what I'm expecting here. Sneasler Armarouge. Okay, we're playing some mind games here. I'm going straight for Follow Me, and I'm just going to go straight for the Aqua Cutter. Because I'm not risking, like, if they fake out, sure. I'm okay with risking fake out. If they go for a Dire Claw, sure. If they go for close combat, even better. They are going to switch out to Armarouge. This is probably Entity. Yep, that's fine. Because I do get a beautiful Aqua Cutter and some nice damage into this Sneasler. And that should put in range of Make It Rain from Golden Go, which is super ideal. So Follow Me from the Clef. Fire Claw won't pick up a knockout. Swords Dance is beautiful because I have Unaware on the Clef. Okay, excellent, excellent. Aqua Cutter. Good damage, good damage. All right, we're clicking Follow Me. We're clicking Ceaseless Edge into the Sneasler because if they don't follow me for some reason, they get heavily punished. If they follow me, the Entity probably goes down to the Sharpness Ceaseless Edge, I imagine. So Follow Me from the Clefable. I don't have a Steel Terra for Dire Claw. They go for Follow Me themselves. Maybe I could have went for Dazzle switching to Gold. That also could have been a play. Dire Claw. Yeah, but it doesn't pick me up. I will be gambling the next turn, it looks like, though. Because Para's not great. 50% chance, sure. If it was poison, it'd been really... Are you serious, man? Alright. Oh, I should... No, wait, why did I... I mean, they followed me, so it doesn't matter. Please get to follow me off. Please Dire Claw my Clefable. Well, this game has become really bad. I also didn't KO the Entity, which is also not good. Okay, they might actually... Okay, I'm going into Gold. The reason I'm going to Gold is I need my Sneasler alive, or I need my Samurott alive. Otherwise, Armarouge is really problematic. So my hope here is that they Dire Claw again or close combat, whatever. And then I'm able to KO with Dazzling Gleam, a double up, as they hopefully follow me and attack here. Yep, follow me. Who did they target? Okay. Can we get the KO? Okay. Oh, thank goodness. All right, goodbye, Sneasler. Goodbye, Entity. That's great. That's great. You might have... I don't know why, but I don't know. I saw Harley Quinn. I saw me as the Joker. if I got paralyzed there, but thankfully those visions are not happening. We're gonna see Primarina and Armarouge. Okay. So the game's not over. Last turn of Psychic Terrain. No, we are going to click Follow Me, and we are going to click Shadow Ball into the Armor. They're going to Terra here, which is perfectly acceptable. Primarina Terras, okay. Terra Water. Please get the Follow Me off. Although, if you're Terra Watering, I don't think you're Aqua Jetting. This could go really badly. Oh, thank goodness they didn't want to. This is like weakness policy stuff. They didn't want to commit. And thank goodness they didn't. And yes, you can Aqua Jet in terrain in your. You can Aqua Jet your partner in Psychic Terrain. You can hit your ally with priority moves if you are wondering. If you have not, if you're not used to mechanic, Drought Spray gonna activate, which is fine. Wait, did Clefable survive? Oh yeah, it did. Huh. Trying to think about how I want to lock this game up. Probably with Thunderbolt Gold. Yeah, I'm just gonna Follow Me. I'm probably just gonna switch out to Samurott. Because I do have Salazzle plus gold, and that should be able to come back. That should be able to win. Because even if you're Terra Water Primarina, if you have Aqua Jet to try and kill the gold, I don't think a crit does. Primarina doesn't have the best here. And its attacks. I could save Samurott for a potential Aqua Jet, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, so goodbye Clefable, goodbye Samurott. You have done your jobs. Now I just got to KO the Marina. Oh boy, that start was not the greatest. I mean, the fact that they Source Dance ended up working out really well because they wasted a turn for pretty much. Although they did get a lot of damage into Salazzle, or not Salazzle, Samurott. But yeah, we can go for Fake Out. We can go for a Thunderbolt. I'm not risking anything here, and then Sludge Bomb, Thunderbolt. I guess, I mean, Terra doesn't change anything, right? I guess Terra, no, I should Terra to Salazzle, I suppose. In case Hyper Voice into Aqua Jet doesn't KO the Salazzle. Which I think is probably worth making sure. I go for the Sludge Bomb, I go for the Thunderbolt. I'm gonna be forfeited. Okay. I think they did live to double up, but they also had to dodge Sludge Bomb Poison, and they had to have Aqua Jet to have a shot, which I think they do on their team. I actually think they do. But yeah. Oh, thank goodness. We were able to get the Dazzling Gleam off. Inteleon, Dragapult, Archaludon, Pelipper, Sylveon, and Incineroar. I don't remember if we faced this exact six, but I do remember the Dragon Cheer stuff with the rain mode. All right, scary. We do have our own Dragon Cheer stuff. It's not as effective probably in this, but we could probably play around a bit. I'm gonna do Salazzle plus Samurott for sure. I think it's pretty strong as a lead. It's just, yeah, I think it's a pretty good lead. Hydreigon's pretty good offensively, and then back is it Whimsicott or Clefable? I think it's Whimsicott because I feel like the speed's going to be important. Yeah, and I can Encore lock into certain moves. There's like a lot of things I can do. I think it's worth it. If I remember right, this is Specs Inteleon. Because it's Specs Inteleon, it's probably easy to play around. It was also Power Herb Dragapult with Phantom Force, which wasn't that really big of a threat, but that is something I do gotta keep in note. Incineroar Pelipper is a pretty good start for me here. Okay. Versus Salazzle and Samurott. I feel like I'm just gonna fake out the Pelipper, and I'm just gonna go for a Ceaseless Edge into the Pelipper. It could protect. I think this is more likely Incineroar switches out on Archaludon, and Pelipper gonna do whatever. Oh, Pelipper switched out for that slot. That Archaludon? Oh, Dragapult's good. I don't know if they faked out though. Okay, they probably clicked fake out, right? Into... I hate this move. I feel like there's no, like, decently high accuracy move that I missed more than this attack. Also, I could have Aqua Cutter the Incineroar. What was that, man? I feel like I gotta save Salazzle too. I think I'm gonna go into Whimsicott, and I think I'm gonna click Ceaseless Edge again into the Dragapult. Because if I do lose Salazzle, I can't Dragon Cheer my Hydreigon, and then the game gets really ugly. Wasn't it Terra Fairy on the Arcalodon too? I'm pretty sure it was, so I gotta make sure I have that on lock. Okay, they protect Dragapult. Is parting, or are they going for knockoff here? I've just lost so much momentum because of these Ceaseless Edge misses. Come on, Samurott. They go for knockoff. It's my Assault Vest, so it's not like that big of a deal. You know what? They've been so insistent on staying with Incineroar. If they switch out, I'll be super mad this time around. But I'm going for the Aqua Cutter, and I'm going for Tailwind, expecting this Dragapult to switch out because I do have the threat of Encore now. This could be a double swap in Arcalodon plus Pelipper. We do see the Dragapult switch out. Arcalodon? Pelipper for that slot. Okay. Okay, they didn't switch out the Incineroar. They've been really adamant about not switching out the Incineroar. So here comes an Aqua Cutter in rain. We do a decent amount of damage. It's not a KO, but some pretty good damage. They go for Flare Blitz into Whimsicott, but into rain. Able to take it. All right. I'm just going to protect the Whimsicott, and I'm just going to try to Ceaseless Edge once again into the Pelipper. If they ever parting shot with the Incineroar, they go down. The Incineroar is removed from the field. Don't have to worry about it. And I get to scout if Pelipper protects, and they Flare Blitz here. Although I don't think they should do that. I think Pelipper attacks here. Unfortunately, we lost our Assault Vest, so we are taking a lot of damage from a Hurricane now. But we should take one probably. Okay, we get the spikes up. I don't think Moonblast was KOing the Pelipper at that range, so I'm glad we've gotten the chip. Hurricane comes out. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Beautiful. I'm just gonna Moonblast the Incineroar. I'm gonna Ceaseless Edge the Pelipper slot. All right, they're giving me Pokemon. I do get the Moonblast KO into Incineroar. Great. Still worried about Dragapult, but if I force the Arcalodon to Terra, I'm in a good spot. Okay, I thought I missed again. Because, like, another layer means I think the Dragapult is always in range of a crit Draco. A Hurricane again. Perfect. So rain stops, which is great for Electroshock not being a factor in this game. If they go Arcalodon, it's good for me. If it's Dragapult, I just click Tailwind and Dragapult. Oh, they didn't bring Arcalodon. It's Inteleon. And I should have this unlock. That's our Tailwind. I am Moonblasting the Pelipper because it covers every switch. I don't know if Dark Pulse actually KOs. I think I have to risk Draco Meteor. Actually, I could... Actually, no. Since it's specs, I could Moonblast Dark Pulse here. Yeah, Moonblast Dark Pulse is fine. Alright, they stay in, which is cool. I get the KO onto the Inteleon. Nice. A Tailwind with Pelipper. I guess for the Dragapult, but I think I'm in a good spot now. There's Dragapult comes in. They get chipped by the spikes. Does the Dragapult have Draco Meteor? It shouldn't be. So they have what? 3 turns of Tailwind. I feel like I just Tailwind with my Whimsicott. I go for a Terra. And I click Dark Pulse into the Dragapult. Because if they Phantom Force, that's fine. They go for a Terra here. Ghost? Oh, it's Grass. How much does that change things? I want to see if the Pelipper has Protect. Because that's a big key factor here for me. Does the Pelipper have Protect? Because if it doesn't have Protect, it most likely just Hurricanes, which is fine. And if that's the case, I can like fake out into attack with whatever Pokemon is surviving this turn and then double up the Dragapult the following turn because I knocked out the Pelipper the previous. Pelipper does have Protect. Okay, good to know. So I go for the Tailwind of Whimsicott. They probably are going for Phantom Force here into the Whimsicott, I imagine. Yes. Okay. And they burn the power up too, which is also nice. Yep. Okay. No Arcalodon, which is really good for me. They brought their fast strats because Crit Hydreigon, I guess, was really threatening to them. Dark Pulse into the Dragapult. This is the KO, but I do bring in the Salazzle. We already know you're not Covert Cloak on your Dragapult. I get to go for Fake Out into the Dragapult, and I get to go for a Terra Poison Terra Blast into the Pelipper. Do you have Protect on the Pulse? Do you have Protect on the Pelipper? Because that's a big question. You do, and you got the double. All right, what are the odds I want to play here? So we saw Phantom Force. We know it's Dragon Cheer. Protect. Darts? I feel like it's Darts, right? I mean, I think I'm going to Sludge Bomb. And I think I'm just going to Terra Blast the Pelipper. I could go for Hurricane Confusion or Hurricane Mist, but I'd rather not have them have Hurricane Confusion chance on top if they hit. So I think I'd rather just go for the Pelipper. They also would have to get a triple protect if they attack. Okay, so it's Darts here. It looks like I live 2 Darts. Yeah, it looks like I live 2 Darts as well, which is what I thought. So I KO'd a Pelipper here with Terra Blast. I KO'd the Dragapult with Terra Blast as well. And I should be safe here. Pelipper goes down. No Hurricane risk here, whether it's Crit or Confusion. We do have to play around 2 Darts, though. We do have to play around 2 Dragon Darts. They will protect the stall on my Tailwind, which is absolutely understandable. Okay, Dragapult, do your worst. Do your worst. Do your worst. Do you dare do it? They're 1 win con. They have 1 win con. Which I will not speak out until the turn is guaranteed a lock for a win. Okay, that's 1. Okay, they didn't crit either of the Dragon Darts. So I don't know what the higher odds are with the Hurricane, because there's a crit chance with the Hurricane. There's also Confusion chance, into self-hit chance. They also have to land a Hurricane, and then there are the 2 Darts crit straight up. I felt like I was okay with risking the 2 Darts crit straight up, but... Oh, thank goodness, man. Thank goodness. Primarina, Hisuian Samurott, Talonflame, Hydreigon, Goldengo, and Electabuzz. All right, so Talonflame's scary because my Whimsicott's Covert Cloak. It's actually not Focus Sash, so it does go down to a flying move immediately from Talonflame, which is not ideal. I do like Salazzle in this matchup. The fake out pressure is really good into this. I do like Samurott. It's good into Goldengo. Can kind of take attack from Hydreigon. Primarina, not as well, but we can manage. I think I probably do want to bring Salazzle plus Samurott in the back. Am I a Gold fan in this matchup? I feel like I'm not. I feel like I'm a Hydreigon, definitely bringing maybe Whimsicott in the back, because Tailwind and the fairy coverage that's fast is actually pretty good. Goldengo, again, I just don't think it really does too much here other than maybe a Shadow Ball pressure. I'm a bit scared of their Goldengo. I do have to preserve probably my Hisuian Samurott in order to take over the gold, but it really just depends on what they decide to lead here. Talonflame Golden Go, this is a pretty good lead for me. All right, I definitely like this lead, as I do lead Salazzle plus the... Let's see, Salazzle Samurott here is pretty good. I can go for quite a few things. Flamethrower plus the Ceaseless Edge seems pretty good. I don't think they can knock out Samurott unless they have Thunderbolt specifically and they double up the Samurott. So I think I am going to go for a Flamethrower and a gold. And I would like those spikes up. So I will attempt to Ceaseless Edge into the... If the gold... Do I think this is steel gold? I don't know. I think I'm just going to go for the Ceaseless Edge into it. If they protect, it's still alright, because protect probably means Nasty Plot, which means they can't probably hit my Samurott. They go for protect. This could be Willow, which isn't ideal, but it's still playable. They just go for Tailwind. Maybe Willow the next turn, which is alright. Okay. Do not mind that. Do not mind that. I would like these spikes up because I can break a Sash potentially if there is a Sash on the team. I went for the Ceaseless Edge. I went for the Flamethrower. But also just getting chip damage is really good into their slots. I think I'm just going to go for, again, another Flamethrower and a Ceaseless Edge. I really want to get rid of this Golden Go. Talonflame I can Aqua Jet later in the game, so I don't think it's too bad. They also can only target one Pokemon at a time. I'd rather just focus down this Golden Go and get chip. The Talonflame was most likely Cover Cloak, which is why I didn't Fake Out. If anyone was wondering why I didn't click Fake Out on the Talonflame, because I could have stopped the Talonflame from getting to Tailwind up. It's because they usually run Cover Cloak, I think, is one of the most common items. We're going to see a Terra come out, so probably the gold into defensive typing, which is why I want to double it. Hair Steel, okay. So that is going to affect Ceaseless Edge, but it won't affect Flamethrower. But they could be doubling up the Salazzle, which is kind of all right. I don't think it's that bad. Oh, they Brave Birded here, so I do get the Flamethrower off guaranteed. Why did that do so much? That's Life Orb? Ah. Oh, wait, what? That's a heck of a greedy play. That's a heck of a greedy play. All right, I get a free Flamethrower, which is really nice. Unfortunately, we didn't KO gold. We could have got a double knockup potentially, but that's Ceaseless Edge into gold. That's the Pokemon I really wanted gone from this battle, because that Pokemon was annoying from my Whimsicott standpoint. So not a bad trade-off. We also get the spikes to start lowering the HP on the Pokemon in the back, other than maybe Hydreigon, but they did use their Terra, which is nice. Decidueye going to come out. I think Aqua Jet KOs the Talonflame? Probably not. He turns a Tailwind. I'm okay with sacking the Whimsicott though to a Brave Bird. I think I am going to go for an Aqua Jet into the Samurott. I could also go for like a Terra, but there's no Terra point in Salazzle because I'll still go down to attacks anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to Aqua Jet the Talonflame. Pick up the knockout if I can. If they have Protect, then I can Encore Trap them, so it's not too bad. So we'll bring in the Whimsicott. They went for a Sucker Punch into the Salazzle. Ooh. I imagine it was a double up though with Brave Bird. Yeah, Talonflame just barely survives, which I'm not too surprised about. Brave Bird going to come out. Knock out the Whimsicott. I'm okay with that trade though. I'm okay with that trade. Hydreigon is going to be my last. I don't know if they have Pledge, because this could be like Pledge with Decidueye and Primarina. I'm not sure. I think I'm just going to go Hydreigon to click a safe Protect. I like the Buzz as the last. All right, that's not the Pokemon I expected, but this works out huge for me. All right, bring out the Hydreigon. Electabuzz takes some spikes damage, which is nice. I am just going to protect. Well, actually, they do have Terra actually as an option on the Electabuzz. So I think my best play is actually just to go for the Terra Poison, Terra Blast, and Decidueye. Go for the Aqua Jet and Electabuzz. Yeah, that is the best play actually, because can't really risk it here, unfortunately. All right. I wasn't expecting them to be offensive Talonflame. That means I could have faked out earlier. If they were Life Orb Talonflame, I was expecting, oh, maybe they protect the Talonflame and then I get to, and then be like, oh, that's an offensive Talonflame, and that changes how I play a bit. But yeah, no. Aqua Jet into Electabuzz. Looks like no Feint. Just an Electro Web is completely fine. Samurott actually tanks the attack, which is nice. This is probably triple arrows. Yeah, triple arrows. Defense fall. No flinch though. Okay. Because triple arrows has a lot of effects. I was just waiting for like a flinch happening. But Terra Poison, Terra Blast will be able to pick up the knockdown Decidueye. And now it's Electabuzz all alone. And I just don't think Electabuzz has enough power to break through in the end. So we'll go for Aqua Jet again. And we'll go for a Dark Pulse. Or yeah, we can just go for... It doesn't actually matter at this point. Because I'm slower, I can't get the flinch chance. Terra Poison. Terra Blast doesn't have a chance to poison. So that was going to be forfeited. Nice. Interesting nasty plot right there. I don't get it. I think I would have lived to make it rain. Like, I actually do think I would have lived to make it rain because of the assault vest, unless the gold had metal coat. I think that's the only way I was like probably not surviving that attack. But yeah, I was just shocked that they went for Brave Bird, no double up chance, because the only way I lived that combo was probably like assault vest or maybe a citrus berry, but didn't have any of those. So they let their gold go down without doing any damage, and I was able to keep up momentum. Gastrodon, Hisuian Samurott, Talonflame, Rillaboom, Corviknight, Hydreigon. What am I expecting from this team? I don't know what I'm expecting from this team. Leading Salazzle is just so risky against this team, though. It really is. I think I want to do Salazzle Rillaboom, though. Or not Salazzle Rillaboom. Salazzle Samurott, because Salazzle covers the Rillaboom, which I think is important here. In the back, I want Hydreigon. I mean, I definitely bring gold, I think. I think gold is good, especially against Corviknight. It's either Hydreigon or it's Clefable. I think a switch into the what's it called? The Hydreigon would be really nice. And it probably is Clefable. As much as I would like Hydreigon here to break through the Corviknight, I think. I could also just bring Hydreigon over gold. I wouldn't have a Hisuian Zoroark switch. But it does switch into the Gastrodon a bit better. I'll try it. I don't have an immediate Brave Bird switch, which is a little bit concerning. But I can set up with Hydreigon if needed. I just want to probably try to get rid of Rillaboom because that's the biggest threat to my Samurott. I would like to get some damage across the board. I don't know. This is just a weird team. Because I'm trying to figure out, like, okay, what's the focal point? It just looks like a good amount of bulky Mons normally. But I can't really figure anything out otherwise. Rillaboom Talonflame versus Salazzle plus Samurott. They bring out the Grassy Surge. I don't see a problem with just going for a fake out into Rillaboom, and I don't want a Aqua Cutter. I think I just want to Ceaseless Edge the Talonflame. Or I could target the Rillaboom. Both aren't bad. I think I'm going to target the Talonflame though, because Talonflame's definitely the bigger threat. I don't think Gastrodon comes out this turn, so I could Aqua Cutter. But the spikes aren't bad here. Per se. That's the problem of running bringing the Samurott in this matchup because of the Gastrodon. I'm playing mind games with Storm Drain. Like, I could see Rillaboom hard switching here into Gastrodon and then Talonflame attacking. So fake out into Rillaboom. We confirm it's not Zoroark because Grassy's terrain was set up. They went for an attack, probably a fake out. Yep, it is Zoroark. Okay, beautiful. Although we took a lot of damage with the Salazzle, it's probably worth it here. Ceaseless Edge. Yeah, goodbye Talonflame, which is the Zoroark. Not bad. Okay. And we got a layer of spikes up for free, which is great against them pivoting around. Okay. Got rid of the Zoroark, which is nice. That was probably choice specs with how much Hyper Voice did to the Samurott. All right, who are we bringing out? Talonflame? Yeah, Talonflame. This is where I would like gold because gold could have switched into Brave Bird easier. It's still probably okay. I'm firing off a Sludge Bomb into the... Do I need to Sludge Bomb to Talonflame? I think I need damage. I need damage into both, technically. I think I'm going to Sludge Bomb to Rila and just go into Clef. This is probably, what, Brave Bird, Grassy Glide? I don't know what the order is. They could definitely go for Grassy Glide into the Salazzle and a Brave Bird into the other slot. They just go for the safe Brave Bird into the Salazzle, which is fine. Okay. Don't mind that. because their Gale Wings is broken now. They go for Grassy Glide. Beautiful. I don't like that crit. I don't know if I'll live to double up now. I get to go Samurott again. This could be Woodhammer. And I can't Terra because the Talonflame's still around. I'm just gonna go for Aqua Cutter and Talonflame. I don't think they're switching Gastrodon. I'm clicking follow me. I mean, this is probably Tailwind Woodhammer. If they have Protect, they might go for it, but yeah, okay. They did stay in an attack with both, which is ideal. Yeah, Tailwind, probably Woodhammer. Okay. So they do have Tailwind, which is an advantage for them. Okay, here's the Woodhammer. Oh, Clefable surviving. That's actually really good. Okay. That's a really nice survival. All right. Goodbye, Talonflame. Here's an Aqua Cutter. All right. What are the... what's the last? Is it Hydreigon? Is it Corviknight? Corviknight's weird. That's the problem. Corviknight is weird. Air Poison Hydreigon's really good, but we'll see. It is Hydreigon on their side. This is good. It's spooky. Are they going to terrace the question? I'm going to go for Sacred Sword into the Hydreigon. And I think I protect my Clefable. I think they're going to double the Samurott. I think it just depends. But I like the idea of protecting the Scout here. Because I don't know what the Hydreigon attack is. They could have a Terra. It looks like they're not tearing. If I can get rid of Hydreigon, I think I just win with my own Hydreigon, which is why I'm going for this risky play. I don't think they're Draco Meteoring into, for instance, the Samurott when I can just go for a follow me. Unless they Grassy Glide here, which is fine because I don't know if Grassy Glide actually knocks out the Clefable at that range because the crit was the main factor the previous turn. They went for Focus Energy. Okay, that's really good for me. Okay, that's really good because I did have Sacred Sword. They go for Woodhammer. Beautiful. Into the Clefable to try to pick up the knockout. Here comes Sacred Sword with the sharpness. Should pick up a knockout. Yes. Critical hit. If I didn't KO, it'd have been Aqua Jet range. Like, that sharpness is actually like a pretty big impactor for Samurott's damage output. So I'd believe that I just knock it out normally. And now I should just win because I have 3 Pokemon and I also have a Hydreigon in the back. So we're going to just go for a Sacred Sword, just get consistent damage into the Rillaboom. We go for Dazzling Gleam. Whew. Okay. Scary because it could have gone wrong a bunch of turns. I'm glad I didn't Aqua Cutter when I wasn't sure they brought Gastrodon. Like, I'm just glad I just trusted my gut if they're not switching. And I think just Woodhammer Tailwind made a lot of sense in that position. And then just going for a KO into their Hydreigon. Luckily they didn't Terra because they thought they were safe. They probably feared Water Move, Dark Move, Ceaseless Edge, Aqua Jet, Protect Samurott, which is pretty common. But because I do have the Assault Vest, Sacred Sword gave me another room for a move in Sacred Sword to threaten the Hydreigon, and that was super key in that place. Clefable, Gengar, Rillaboom, Volcarona, Tauros, King Gambit. Okay, so the standard balance, just a Gengar here. All right, how do I want to approach this? Salazzle's pretty good against this. Yeah, Salazzle's pretty good against this. So is Samurott. Samurott's also really good against this. So I do want to bring Salazzle. It puts on a lot of offensive pressure. I feel like Salazzle Samurott's a pretty good lead for the most part. I do like it a lot here. And in the back, I want a Tauros answer. So it's definitely... I mean, I think Hydreigon just needs to be brought, right? It's one of my best Pokemon against Volcarona. Especially like a Terra Grass Volcarona. Back Pokemon. I want to say it's Clefable because I'll have Unaware for the Volcarona. Yeah, it also helps against King Gambit if it's a setup King Gambit. I have no idea if it's Assault Vest or if it's Black Glasses Sword Stance, which is a common set. We'll just have to guess. All right. So I don't know what they lead here exactly. The Gengar is an interesting concept. I don't know if it changes anything here. Oh, well, it does. Tauros and Gengar. Which, that Gengar is huge. The Gengar is huge. Okay. So no gold is kind of upsetting here because gold would be in a nice position. I think I'm just going to risk a fake out in a Tauros, and I'm just going to click Ceaseless Edge into the Gengar. I don't know if they have protects. We'll find out if they have protects. But I would like a fake out and a Ceaseless Edge. We might be trading sashes here with the Salazzle and the Gengar. If they go for Willows, that's fine. Dazzle would not be great, but we'll find out. I don't know what Gengar really runs. I know they can have Haze for Dondozo, which would be great for me because I don't think it really impacts the match for me. All right, what are you clicking? Tauros protects, Gengar doesn't. So I could double up the Gengar, but that's fine. As it'll probably be in Aqua Jet range anyway. A Sludge Bomb, okay. Did a lot, no poison, thankfully. Ceaseless Edge into the Gengar will bring it down to Focus Sash. Okay, nice. That's a good turn. We also, well, we got disabled, but the big part is we do have the spike setup. Do I want a Flamethrower or do I want a Sludge Bomb to cover switches? Probably just Flamethrower, right? Only thing that could switch is like Clefable. I'm going to Flamethrower and I'm going to go into Clefable because I don't want close combat coming out. They could protect Gengar if they have protect and go for a water move. They switch out to Tauros. Into what? Rillaboom. Okay. That works out fine for me because you'll have the spikes damage that's adding up here. The Rillaboom is also super threatened by the Salazzle attack, so I am very, very happy about this. Clefable will come in. This is protect. Okay, Gengar has protect. I could get a really good turn by going for a Terra Ghost here. I feel like you're doubling up the Salazzle with fake out and an attack. Do I want to go for Terra Ghost here? It's not a bad option. It really is not. The question is, would I want Terra for anything else? I feel like I don't really need it. It's nice on the... I guess it's nice on Hydreigon for the Tauros, but it's not necessary. I think I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb. Yeah, I'm going to Sludge Bomb the Gengar because it will pick up the knockout. I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam and get the chip. I'm very much expecting Fake Out and Shadow Ball into the Salazzle as a double up. So let's see if I'm correct. All right, Terra Ghost, Salazzle, go. Dish out huge amounts of damage, please. Yes. Okay, perfect. Actually, please don't please don't curse body me. Well, actually, that's not too bad. It depends on who's in the back. Because Sludge Bomb Poison into Volcarona is actually pretty good. Dazzling Gleam into Rillaboom. I don't think it's in Flamethrower range, but it's just really good for my position. It is Volcarona, okay. I do have Thunder Wave, and I feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm just going to click Flamethrower, and I'm actually going to click Follow Me. The only problem is this Pokemon's a massive threat. This Pokemon's a massive threat. Also, like how fast the Tauros is also going to be a big factor. The only sad part is... All right, we see a Terra. This is probably Terra really. Yeah, I can't Sludge Bomb is the problem. Yeah, they Terra Fire. All right, this is where the game gets actually pretty tricky now. Although now the Volcarona can't Terra in front of the Samurott, so I suppose that's all right. Flamethrower into the Rillaboom doesn't do much. The Quiver. Oh boy. Is this Woodhammer? U-turn. Woodhammer in the Clef. A lot of damage. We are hanging on. All right, I need the damage in the bulk because an intimidated Aqua Cutter is not picking up the knockout into Volcarona most likely. So I'm gonna go for Flamethrower and I'm gonna go for Protect. Yeah, I really... Because otherwise I could have probably clicked Sludge Bomb and Thunder Wave, preventing the Volcarona from setting up, but I can't. They go for Grassy Glide into Salazzle, which I'm okay with. They get a crit. Doesn't change anything. This is probably Heat Wave. Yeah, I don't mind this. Okay. All right, Salazzle goes down. And now we just have to play around the guessing games here. Problem is, how fast is a Tauros is going to be like a huge question mark. Samurott in. Do I expect the Tauros to come in? Because I really would like to just go for an Aqua Cutter into the Volcarona and follow me. I think it's probably okay. It depends on the Rillaboom attacks here too. I think I risk it. Okay, they attack. This is really good. This is really good. Because they're giving me the Volcarona per chance. Grassy Glide. Okay, excellent. Crit. Okay, as long as we're live. That's fine. They went for the Heat Wave. Say goodbye to your Volcarona. Okay. The Tauros is taking the Spikes damage, which I'm hoping puts in range of Draco Meteor if it's bulky. It's just going to come down to the Tauros speed. Like, does this Hydreigon outspeed the Tauros is a big question mark. Grassy Terrain disappears too, so that's also nice. Tauros. Tauros is not known to have the best Spadef. Alright. Some nice Spikes chip damage. Does Aqua Jet really accomplish anything in a Rillaboom? I feel like if I'm going for the Tauros, just going down to Draco Meteor probably is still... No, I think I do Aqua Jet the Rillaboom, and I'm going to Draco Meteor the Tauros. Just hope that I'm faster, and that Draco Meteor KOs Aqua Jet and the Rillaboom. Doesn't pick up the knockout, but still nice damage. Okay, we are faster. Close Draco KOs. Nice. Yeah, because Tauros doesn't usually run max speed. Since it's usually Intimidate switching. Its Spadef isn't amazing, so we are able to pick up the knockout with Draco Meteor, and then the Woodhammer comes down and the Samurott picks up the knockout there. Okay. And then I think Hydreigon should win this, especially because the Aqua Jet chip damage, and then the Woodhammer recall. Surprised they didn't glide there, but that works out. And now we just go for a Dark Pulse. Oh, man, that was close. Get the Razor Claw crit there, sure. All right, not the cleanest because I did have to go for a chance that I did lose depending on their EVs, but I think the big turn is they didn't go out into Tauros because of the Aqua Cutter option, but they might have just been fearing like a Aqua Cutter has a high chance to crit. I don't remember. Well, they did sludge bomb me earlier, so I have no idea if they knew I was a Assault Vest or not, but they might have been scared of their chance. So able to get the Aqua Cutter, able to click the Follow Me Cliff, able to survive the turns, allow Samurott to do its thing into Volcarona, which was the biggest threat, and then just hope that Hydreigon hit that Draco in the end. Oh, all right, let's go over the games. In game 1, set up a Dragon Cheer with Hydreigon, and because my opponent was slow on going for the Thunder Wave, I was able to do massive damage to my opponent's team while they were struggling to knock out the Hydreigon. In game 2, I deal turn 1, but missing the attack turn 2 wasn't great, but thankfully didn't get paralyzed twice in a row with Clefable, where I was able to get a double KO with Dazzling Gleam to bring it back. In game 3, Dragon Cheer reigned, but my opponent didn't bring our Caledon, so their switch-ins to Samurott were pretty much non-existent. I was able to chip away at my opponent's team when I landed my attacks to clean up the endgame with Hydreigon. In game 4, a surprisingly nasty plot from my opponent, but I was able to heavily punish and isolate the last 2 Pokemon while stalling out Tailwind for my back Pokemon to outspeed and clean up in the end. In game 5, got some key calls on the attacks with Samurott, knocking out the Hisuian Zoroark, the Talonflame with Aqua Cutter, didn't have to worry about the Gastrodon, and even the Hydreigon with Sacred Sword that tried to set up. In game 6, got a great start as I was able to get rid of the Gengar early, but the Volcarona could have been scary, especially with the cursed body preventing me from getting good damage with Sludge Bomb with the Salazzle. But my opponent gave me the opportunity with Samurott to take the knockout with Hydreigon outspeeding and one-shotting the Tauros in the endgame to seal the victory. So some takeaways: Crit Hydreigon, absolutely incredible, and the fact that we had the Terra Poison Terra Blast coverage because we had Dragon Cheer on the other mons, so you didn't have to run Focus Energy on Hydreigon, I think is pretty awesome. The Dragon Cheer Salazzle, I think Salazzle, it was great in general. It's just it does struggle a little bit, but there are matchups it does have pleasant time against, like the balanced teams that we've been seeing. Rain teams are a little bit awkward though, so that's something you do have to watch out for, but definitely not a mon that's sweeping teams, but a mon that's providing really good coverage and the really good support for the Hydreigon, and fake out support's just always nice. That's fast as well. The Samurott, this Pokemon, Ceaseless Edge, garbage move. I feel like Ceaseless Edge is the move that I missed the most out of the 90 percentile accuracies, but yeah, otherwise, like, bulk wise, it was pretty good. I like the fact that it's really good into Golden Go as well. It did do a lot of work. I just wish this move would actually connect, man. That's it. But if you do want to try out the team, the rental code is on the screen. It's only available for a very short time. It's only available for a week that this video is released. So once a week after this video is released, the team will no longer be available. So make sure you grab while you can. If not, there is a pay spin, and the details of the team are listed down below in the description. But of course, subscribe to the channel for more VGC content as always.